Just joking. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bob Makes. Here I am watching the intro, hanging out. Caleb is not with us tonight, so usually he drops us in like in the beginning there. So I'm just like la la la, yeah. Reading Andrew
intro
Rogers.
gets you every time.
Yeah. Reading Andrew Rogers' comment like about the no pew pews, and then like, oh yeah, we're on. But Joey, how you been?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sorry about last time. I was down for the count. Yeah, but I did see that I leave for 1 week and you guys get taken down like halfway through the show. Like, what the heck?
I think it's, yeah, if you're not getting taken down, you're doing something wrong. Well, I guess if you do get taken down, you are doing something wrong. Yeah, but I mean, whoops.
Yeah. I mean, like, with that being said, watch this. No, just joking. It is a marker, I promise. It is a marker. Don't take us down, YouTube. But yeah, good stuff. Fun stream. You guys were on. I mean, you guys were having a great stream, and then all of a sudden, just gone.
Right.
And I can only imagine the chaos. I haven't talked to you guys much, and I can only imagine like the chaos. Like, what just happened? Like, you're back here going, what's going on?
Well, we had no idea because we're using, StreamYard. And so it was just Tech Jeepers and Karen and everyone else like, the stream's down. I'm like, yeah, right. We're still chatting, having a good old time. And then finally I'm like, uh-oh. I had to message Caleb. I didn't want to be like, hey guys, we're down. Like, and we're not or something. And
that's funny.
And then we kind of just had like a cool hangout, like little meeting that was not streaming for a little bit. We were having a good conversation. So
Andrew Rogers, that is forbidden. We only buy Oreos. So there's that. No, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Council of Andrews. Probably Jim running off the YouTube money again. Yeah, right. I wasn't running anywhere. Well, literally, I ain't running anywhere most of the time, but last 2 weeks ago, man, I had this weird thing going on, and I wasn't like throw up sick or something, but I was just like completely exhausted. Everything hurt. Everything was sore. My throat was really sore. They did all the tests like strep and flu and all these things, and I had nothing. And they're like, "Oh, you're fine. Drink lots of fluids, rotate Tylenol and ibuprofen. You'll be good." I'm like, well, what do I have? They said it's going around. What is it? You know what I mean? But it's, who knows? It's just I don't know if it's going around by you guys, but that is definitely going around by us up in Wisconsin area here.
It'll make its way over eventually.
Right. Well, I blame my 5-year-old. He's at school now, so it's probably something that he brought home, and yeah. But yeah, good times. How you been since? Man, we haven't talked in so long. You guys did Printopia, which looked amazing. I'm so jealous. By the way.
Oh man.
And then I didn't see the link. You should put the link in the private chat with the picture you sent us behind the scenes, because it looks like you were playing with your drawers today.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it posted on X. I was just checking that, so I'll get reposted and link it and send it to you. But,
definitely. So it looks like you were doing that and hanging out.
They're typically behind me, and they're all gone. Like this morning, midday, we took them, installed them. They're gone.
Nice. And brought them all over there.
Oh, that's insane.
That's your garage, right?
Yeah. It's you're supposed to put a car in here.
Well, it's very green back there,
Oh, yeah, Monstera is getting a little out of control. I don't know. Plants. This shouldn't be the room that they thrive in, but whatever.
They thrive in the garage. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, no, I when I quoted it and all that stuff, I was trying to figure out how much material, all that stuff. I don't do projects like this.
Sure.
But yeah, it was actually my dentist, and she always thought it was cool, all the projects I do. And she's like, when we move to our new office, we're going to have you make some drawers. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like a dozen or something. No, it was 108.
Whoa.
And yeah, so it took me a couple weeks, and I have 7 printers. Only like 4 of them I could fit these drawers on. So, yeah. I mean, I pulled the Prusa Mark II out, and that was working too. But about 44 kilograms of filament.
Holy
So
crud.
about 100 pounds of plastic.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Whew.
that is sick. I can't wait when you have it ready. You should share that picture because
Okay.
the picture was awesome that you sent us, and I think that like talking about it won't do it justice until people see it. He's, but yeah, I was actually thinking like we race mini Z cars here in the studio,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and um and I have like one of those old, well, not old, right? But it's like a little thing that has a little slide out things in it, and you put
Mhm.
stuff in them. I'm like, I should just print Joey's drawers and then have like a stack of Joey's drawers. And then I saw your thing you did today, and I was like, well, that's freaking genius. I could just make a wall of, I could make a wall
Wall
of
of
drawers.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a lot of work, but it was like I couldn't find anything. I was like, well, before I make this, let me just check. Is this something you can just buy? And I couldn't find anything. It ended up being shoe racks,
right, right.
right? And then I modified my system to work with that. And
Oh, really? So you
yeah,
didn't print the whole thing. You printed all the inserts. But
right.
you went to a shoe racks with the back. Interesting. That's a cool
Yeah.
idea
It
too.
was
Yeah.
like hybrid approach, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what's the best of both worlds?
Andrew
So
Rogers, what kind of nub job puts their car in the garage? That's crazy talk. It's true. It's true. I
oh,
love it.
oh, I got a new toy just like 2 minutes ago, or not 2 hours ago.
Well, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's not that
While we
quick.
were online. Oh, what
Yeah.
is it? Hang on. Let
So
me do this. Hang on.
watch out. Oh, is it? What's it
Oh, an
doing?
OnStar 2.
Yeah. So I've never had a 3D scanner. Like
Yeah.
I'll get jobs sometimes, and I'm starting to do more since I'm like doing my own business thing. But like I just scanned this, and I used my phone, and it worked, but not very well,
Yeah.
And so I got this, and I was just playing around with it like right before the stream, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that
Amazing.
looks so much better.
What? So it's an OnStar 2, right? Is
Hmm.
that what it's
Yeah,
called? Is that let's see.
it's
I'll look it up.
Shining 3D.
Yeah.
So their first one was very good. And so I reached out to Twitter, and I'm like, what should I get? Because I know someone's
Yeah.
gonna know.
Yeah.
And I was directed to Grant from 3D Musketeers,
Yeah, he's
and
like the scanner master.
he's like, in a week that's coming out. So I waited, and I read the specs, and I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I
the
heard
plan
they're
is pay it off like with work,
sure.
doing projects. So
Oh, there you go. Hey, that's okay. I heard they were coming out. I think they released 2 new ones, if I remember right.
they did. There's a
Um,
higher tier one than this.
yeah. I was talking to Rob over at Vision Miner, and we were talking about some new releases that was coming out. I have one of Rob's one of the Vision Miner scanners next to me right here, and it's
Mhm.
the Vega. So it's the handheld one.
Oh, okay.
And I actually brought it to Rocky Mountain, and Grant actually we're at Zach Friedman's house, and Grant is showing me like all the cool stuff you can do, like scanning technique and stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's like a handheld one. It has a
Oh, yeah,
screen on the
yeah.
back.
That's cool.
But the software absolutely blows, man. Like
Hmm.
I did some stuff for a friend. I was trying to scan airplane parts, like literal airplane parts, and for the inside of his cockpit. And just the software for this specific model,
Uh-huh.
because they all have their own for whatever dumb reason.
Yeah.
This was not good. And like when I was out by Vision Miner last June? Not this past one, but the one before that. We were out by Vision Miner, and they were showing me some sweet scanners. Like, and the software was amazing. You could do all this cool stuff, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Send this thing over. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a video. And it sucked. And I was like, dude, I can't. I'm sorry, Rob, man. I can't do a video on this because I hate the software, and I don't want to say anything bad about Vision Miner because it's not you,
Yeah.
So yeah. I just wasn't a fan of that, and someone out there might know there's better software or whatever, but I know I was talking to Grant about it too, and that's for whatever reason I don't like the software for that one. Hopefully, there's some new ones. Hopefully the software on that one's pretty awesome, because that one,
Yeah.
I think you have like a full suite that you can use and stuff like that. So
So far pretty easy, but you need a lot of RAM in your computer. I
yeah.
have like 48 gigabytes and it's like, nope. So I got to look into
No,
that.
really. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you need 64 now.
Oh, I was going to
maybe
say too.
128.
So another event this week, which was pretty random, but
Yeah.
Tech Jeepers, he lives close to me. He reached out about event with Slate Automotive, which
Yeah.
is in Detroit, not, about it's like an hour and a half away from here. So we ended up going down there and we saw some familiar faces. We saw Chep, we saw Joel, 3D printing nerd. And then one person I was like, man, I was asking Tech Jeeper, I'm like, he looks familiar. And he's like, yeah. And so like I couldn't figure it out. So like at the end of the night, we're gonna head out, and I'm like, oh, we should say goodbye to Joel and them. So we'll go over to the table, we're chatting, saying hi to some people too. And yeah, I'm like, hey, and the guy's like, you look familiar. And we start listing off like, do I know you from this or that? And then finally Joel is like, hot makes. And then we're like, oh my gosh, it's Bill.
There you
But I'm
go.
like, what are the odds?
Yeah. What are the odds? You just had him on 2 weeks ago, and then a week later you see him in person and in Michigan, where he's in like California, isn't he? I think he's normally in California.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think well, I can hear myself. I don't know. Oh, there we go. It was using the audio. But I think it was like I was like, were like the odds so much that like I couldn't like it was like it can't be him. And it was. And then he brought up how funny it would be because he is an identical twin. So I probably will run into him again. It'll be like, who are you? And then I'll be so confused.
That would be hilarious. That would be so funny. Well, that's super cool. I mean, like the odds of that are so slim, but it's a small world, right? I mean,
It is.
and the maker world is small, and yeah. How was the truck? I got to know.
So that was cool too. That was definitely worth just going to check out, because this event was specifically, they brought in designers from like different types of designers. Nice. Someone made a wooden tailgate for the truck.
Nice.
So they wrapped it. Like this truck comes without any paint on it. Like it's all plastic panels, kind of like a Fiero, right? Yeah. And Fieros people were making into like Lamborghinis and all sorts of stuff.
Right, whatever you wanted, right? Yeah.
But this truck is built around like the bolts are all exposed, everything. So like they literally had like 3D printed pot, like a flower pot, just bolted this like.
That's how I thought you were going with that. It is Michigan.
But pretty much you could do anything to this vehicle, like, and they're just very open to just if you had questions about it and stuff. It's not like we're so used to being like, hey, I want to like change this one thing with my headlight, and they're like, that's against the law, you can't do that. And it's like here it's like, oh yeah, here's like I'm hoping that they'll give designers templates and files and stuff. But if not, it literally looks like an S10 from the late 80s, early 90s. Like everything's so blocky and simple. Awesome. So
well, it's called the Slate, right?
Yeah, Slate Automotive. It's actually Jeff Bezos's other automotive company that's upcoming. So
oh boy. Hold on. And looks like you can reserve one now.
Yep. And it's extremely low cost, like wind up windows, all that stuff. You can add the options on, but you get like any vehicle today is like comes standard with like a Cadillac amount of features, right?
Check
so
that out. That's
and that's just a wrap. They're just showing like
look at the cat, like actually has like a top on it with a back seat and stuff.
So you can buy it as a truck, and then for the winter time or some different season, you can like basically buy the kit to turn it into the SUV, and then you could convert it back to a truck when you want to. Like it's just however much you want to like bolt and unbolt. The back window of the truck becomes the back window of the SUV. Like it's all modular. So
Interesting. Yeah. Um, Tech Jeeper says Chep was asking about the electrical. Looks like it's going to be all open. That's super cool. I love the idea of. I mean, slate is smart, right? It's like a blank slate. So
yeah,
that's cool. Do they know what the price is going to be? Oh, right here, reserved for $50.
they're shooting for like 20 something. So
Gotcha.
we'll see. It's
Reserve a
always hard to
spot.
know.
Oh, I saw it now. That's pretty sweet.
I think it's going to be really popular with like small
Yeah.
companies and stuff. Like
Kind of.
you're just
Yeah.
delivering around town and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah, that'll be really cool. I think there's different looks too, which is super cool. Let's just go in
yeah.
here and reserve one real quick. No, just joking. I wonder what the actual like, cost in the end will be. That'll be interesting to find out. But super cool event. I bet it was amazing. $50, I'll take 3. I bet it was amazing to see it in person though. Like it's fun to be a part of an event like that.
Well, and I missed it. It first showed up at the ISA show, which is an international sign show in Vegas this year, and I was there working a booth for something unrelated, and I didn't even know it was there. I guess the CEO
Yeah.
had to like learn how to wrap. You can wrap the vehicle in under 30 minutes
Oh
because it's
wow.
like you don't have to bend or like stretch the vinyl. It's
Huh.
shaped in ways that you can just and literally like if you think about it, you could like take the panels off, ship them somewhere, get them all back or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to like
Crazy.
send away your vehicle for a week. I don't
Well,
know.
I know we've had Eric in the background waiting for a minute. I'm gonna wait till he starts taking a drink of his drink, and then we'll bring him in. But no, so full disclosure, Kayla met Eric. I think it was where was it? Was it Open Sauce?
Open
It was
sauce.
Open Sauce.
Yeah.
And said we got to get these on, and he does some amazing work. Caleb is more familiar with Eric's stuff with Grendel Studios than we are, so this is going to be a lot of fun because we're all learning at the same time, and I'm super pumped to see what Eric has to say. I'm going to get a 3D printed Fiero body for my slate. I love that. I wouldn't fit in a Fiero, by the way. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Grendel Studios. This is Eric. How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
Going good.
Real quick, before anyone says anything about audio, Eric let us know before the show that he literally just moved into his house, and he's set up for today, like right now. So he's on his laptop. He's doing the best he can. And you said, did you just moved in this past weekend?
Yeah, this past weekend, I'm here in my echoey garage.
Oh,
and I know it's a little dark behind me, but while you guys were talking, I made a discovery that if I hit that button over there and open the garage door, there's a lot of light in here. Yeah. So if I use that sparingly when needed, I think I can show some of the stuff behind me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I heard you talking, Joey, about being in the garage.
He's got his clicker, and he's like, hang on, I need some light. Yeah, that's awesome. That's super funny.
Yeah, I always get worried my roommate's just gonna like open the garage and like everything's gonna shake, and I'm like, no, the show's going. You just don't know. But that hasn't happened yet.
I would love if your garage door opened, knocked everything behind you down, like everything's just chaos behind you, and
car plows in here, wind's coming in like 80 miles an hour. Oh yeah,
that'd be awesome. So Eric, real quick before we get too far away, can you let us all know, anyone who doesn't know who you are, what you do, and where we can find your stuff, and then we'll jump right into it.
Yeah, I am Eric. I am with Grendel Studios. I do a lot of custom animatronics and costumes, and my real niche is where those two overlap. I like to do very large scale animatronic costumes, and when I say large scale, I mean 9-10 feet tall. I do all of the design and build for them, and then my girlfriend does the painting on them. So I saw somebody in the chat already say, "Oh my gosh, the clown that's leering over my shoulder."
Yeah.
The paint job, I really give her a lot of credit for.
See, I cannot. There's a fly. There's a single fucking fly in here, and it has to be right here, right now. You know what I mean? I'm just like, but I tell you, I paint like my 5-year-old. He probably paints better than I do, so I definitely cannot go down that road. But, so like, where do we start? Where did it start? Yeah, let's start there, right? Like, when did you decide, like, I love animatronics, I love everything. Like, let's put this together. Like, what?
It was a really organic situation. When I was younger, my parents didn't let us buy Halloween costumes. We had to make them.
Okay.
And long story short, I
Oh.
just never really grew out of it. And then I went on to get a mechanical engineering degree, and the complexity just kind of snowballed.
Nice.
It just kept getting more and more crazy. And I think another part to that story is that, of course, when you're little, you dress up for trick-or-treating, but at some point that ends, right? And that very first Halloween, I was all bummed out and sad that I'm too old for that. That's never going to happen again. And that next year, I heard about a haunted house that was in my local area, and I pretty much just walked over there and said, "Hey, can I build stuff for you?" And
Nice.
that pattern has pretty much stuck with me for the last 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Around
With the
Halloween
same-
time.
With the same haunted house?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I've worked at about 5 or 6 different haunted houses at this point. But
Nice.
wherever I go, wherever I end up living, I just find one in the community and say, "Hey, can I help you guys?"
That is super cool. So you're
That's cool.
offering services and you're building cool stuff, like I assume, like the clown we see behind you.
Yes. The clown, the mask that you see behind me is part of the most recent costume that I've done, which is a Pennywise costume, and that is on top of stilts and arm crutches. So the whole thing
Oh, wow.
stands anywhere from 9 to 11 feet tall, based on how the stilts are adjusted.
That's crazy. And so wait, you just like, I'm gonna jump on stilts today. Like, how did that work out? Like, if I did that, I would be calling in sick to the show because I fell down and broke something, right?
That's
like,
another good point.
Yeah.
That's also one of those things that, I had been playing on stilts since I was like 5 years old. My grandpa had us on some, and we played with
Sure.
those all throughout childhood. So it was all these weird random things from different angles came together to do what I do today. Yeah,
and
there it is.
Joey's garage door opens. This comes in.
Oh God. So okay, this though, like, I think this is just cool in general because, like, I've never seen like stilts that can adjust on the
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah.
Like, outside of just costume design, like, I could see, like, I just need to be a little taller, like,
Mhm.
and you can just like incrementally increase that to the right height.
But-
I'm like, there's probably more applications for this I've never seen before.
What?
Yes.
Wait. What are like the cables? What's the?
So
Oh.
the cables are bike brakes, and those are the pin releases for those adjusting stilts.
Okay.
So
Oh.
there are different height settings on those stilts that I have. I took a manufactured pair of stilts and modified them so that if you pull that pin with the bike brake, you can set it up or down. There's a gas cylinder that I added to the stilt itself so that if it's
That's
in a neutral
sick.
state, it wants to rise.
That's cool.
That's cool.
And
So-
it's funny there. Every time I do one of these crazy projects, there are always these small details that I spend weeks, if not months on. And then they don't really ever come up in the final project. Like, you're in a haunted house or you're doing a video or something, there's this big scary clown coming at you. But that big scary clown isn't going to go, wait, look how awesome this function is.
Wait, come back.
wait, let me show you my stilts. Hey, the clown alert, if anyone doesn't want to see this, but here you go. I got it. There you go. Not to spoil anything, but this looks like, was this you in this, or was this it is you? Okay.
Yep, that's me in the costume. And another one of those details that's really hard to get across to people is the costume itself was really only half of the project. The other half of the project is all of the lighting that you see around it. That is all run through a single Arduino Giga that is Bluetooth connected to an Arduino Uno in a backpack that I'm wearing. So those arms that I have a total of 8 buttons. And based on combinations that I'm pressing with those buttons, not only can I control the articulating jaw on
Okay.
servos, but I can control the sound and light that's going on around me.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
like when we're seeing this, you could control
Yeah.
these lights up here.
Exactly. I
Oh,
basically
man.
had it staged through scenes. So I had specific soundtracks that I had
That's
MP3 files of,
crazy.
and I synced those up to the lights turning on and off with the music, so
Right.
that as somebody was going through the haunted house, there would be only 3 small white lights above them as they were approaching, and I was staying still. And as they would come to the light, just as they get under it, the light would go out. And that was me pressing a button until they're standing in the darkness in front of me, and all of the lights come back on with red, and the music changes and everything.
Oh, that's great.
That is sick. I can only imagine. Like, it's super cool because maybe people do this all the time, but in I guess I never thought of the character actors in these places controlling stuff like that, right? So yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
pretty unique. I'll let you know that a lot of the time there are lighting systems and there are actors, and if you're good at what you're doing, you can kind of time your movements with the light and sound. But if you also control everything in your environment, it works so well.
Right. Good yellow clown. Oh man, that's good. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That's funny. So I
Man.
could see that though. That you could really enhance a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, that's
Oh.
super cool.
Like if they come in one door, you could almost have it like they go to turn around to go out that door. You could have it like slam in front of them. They have
Yeah,
to go another
exactly.
way
Oh,
or
man.
something. Oh,
Hot makes
I'm-
haunted house next year. That's what.
this project was new for me last year, but I'm basically doing an upgrade of it for this year, this Halloween. And I'm hoping to put a video out on that eventually, but I can spoil one part of it, which is I have added these modules on the walls of the hallway that people are coming down
Yeah.
that have one small needle that comes out and pops a balloon in front of it. So I have all of these
Nice.
balloons hanging on the walls,
Yes.
and that seems to be pretty effective too.
Yeah, balloons popping is sick. What about, do you have like some sort of like air cannon?
I don't.
Because that
Although
always
would be
got me.
fun.
Like when I was walking through haunted houses, it's always that like the noise and it hits you with, like an air
Yeah.
cannon,
Yep.
that always gets you too. And that would be an interesting feature, like your balloon pops and it like blows your hair back like an explosion or something.
Yeah. I love syncing things up like that.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with having sound synced to actions because it just
Right.
feels so much more immersive.
Yeah, and it messes with your emotions a lot more too. Like it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, a cup dropping on the floor, but if it's you hear it, you see it, and then you add the other like emotions or triggers in there too. It's all just like, whoa, like the lights flicker or something. That's super cool. So
I do. Sorry, go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for projects like that, I do a lot of 3D printing, but I also do a lot of coding, and it's very different types of work. And as soon as I finish all of the printing and I try and turn that corner towards the coding, I inevitably want to build something to match what I'm now coding. It feeds back in a circle.
Yeah. It's like a nasty circle. It's like, wait,
Yeah,
I can
I'm
adjust
always-
this and make this better. And
Yep.
nice.
It's
So-
hard to escape.
last week when Bill was on, he was also doing animatronics, and like I didn't know much about animatronics, but it's really cool seeing that brought to like I don't know how they did it actually back in the day before 3D printing, but you can make all these really sophisticated mechanisms inside of the mask. But what I thought was really interesting was Bill had a process to like animate the scene, and I saw like your guys doing that too. But how did you like Bill's method was like he was doing it off Futurama. He had Bender. And he was just playing scenes over and over and like capturing did you do something similar, or did you have like a different process?
I loved listening to that last week. It was really cool to hear that process. And long story short, as soon as I heard that, I thought, wow, I really should be doing that because I've been doing it a lot more rudimentarily. I do everything through Arduino code. So
Okay.
I will literally take, let's see, for this one, the jaw is articulating. So I'll start with baby steps where I know where 0 is, and I'll set it to 0, and then adjust my linkage so that the jaw is actually closed. And then I'll just start coding and say, okay, bring it out 10 degrees, bring it out 20 degrees. And I'll just measure until I have my minimum and maximum. And then I do a lot of hard coding in between to mostly make functions for different emotional states.
Yeah.
And then have incremental graduations from one to the other.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
I'm about to let's see, what was it? CG. This is my turn your head or put your phone down. Whatever you need to do for just a second here, because let me pop this open. I don't know how you can see this, but like this is the thing in Nightmare. Like the clown's face open. Inside you have like all these massive teeth that are all together inside there. It's like if I was gonna get swallowed, this would not be where I wanted to go. Like, but
the original intent for that was to, I don't know if you've seen the It movie, but there's a scene where like his whole face opens up and there's just rows and rows of teeth.
Yeah.
I'd really like to do that eventually, but it's funny. This is the only costume they've ever done 2 years in a row. And I can already feel myself wanting to move on to the next thing. It's a battle. I'm sorry to turn my back on the camera. I was reaching for this here, which is one of my favorite examples of kind of programming emotional states. This is one of my favorite masks. I made it for a Halloween party. I did it in about a week, and it just has surprised me how much staying power it has. But when I press a button, it basically cycles between 2 basic states. It's kind of hard to see in the light, but there's a red LED and a blue LED on that.
Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
But that just kind of outlines what I'm doing when I'm trying to create different emotions.
So is that jaw motor driven or jaw driven?
There's a little strap down here that fits around the wearer's jaw.
Gotcha. And then if you open, it opens?
Right.
Okay,
it sits
cool.
right underneath of your chin.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw that, Willow Creative was making I think her werewolf.
Yeah.
And she was showing how she did it, where she put it all together and like opened and closed her jaw, and the like werewolf mouth opened and closes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea because you can make the mask talk, and it looks like you can cycle back and forth through those different emotions, and that's super cool.
Yeah, right after I talked to Caleb after Open Sauce about the Hot Mix podcast, I went and watched a bunch of episodes, just kind of catch up. And the very first one that I watched was Willow Creative.
Yeah,
because I've seen her stuff before. I'm like, that's where I want to start.
She's so good. She's actually scheduled next. I think she's coming up. If I remember right, in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, in 2 weeks on November 3rd, we have Willow back, and I'm super excited. I mean, when we talked to her, she's been a couple times. The first time was like years ago, but I just love the idea of, like you said, the emotions, because like I feel like I could go find a mask that somebody modeled, because I suck at modeling, and then print it and then wear it, right? But I probably couldn't do, without a lot of time and learning and all that stuff, the jaw and the eye and the eyebrows and all that stuff to like go that extra like 6 miles, like, so when you were younger, you said you couldn't buy costumes, you had to make them, and I think a lot of us did that. But what kind of things did you do, like when you were younger? Were you in that like engineer mindset yet when you were younger, or was it like
cardboard and duct tape?
Yeah.
It was a lot of cardboard and duct tape and taking apart flashlights and putting lights all throughout the costume. I was definitely, I would like you describe the engineer mindset. I was definitely leaning towards that as a kid, and every bit that I learned, it just got more and more crazy.
That sounds.
See,
What was your craziest one when you were like kid before all this stuff, right? Before this.
Oh man. Do you mind if I share my screen here?
No, go ahead.
Let's see.
Not that with pants on. No, I'm just joking. One year I was white trash. Literally, I just put myself in white trash bags. That's it.
That's pretty good.
That's it. Like, good stuff.
I'm sorry, this is taking me a second to get.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, here we go. So
Baker Viking, what's up?
This is the very first big one that I did.
Whoa.
And it's the reason for the name of my my YouTube channel, was because Grendel was the a character, but I had a couple others I want to show.
Wow.
that was still cardboard. That was a very unique overlap of cardboard and stilts.
How did you keep your balance? Like, it just seems like I put a box over my head, I just fall over kind of thing. Like that just.
Yeah, you touched on a really, really important part. Is actually keeping your balance with very restricted vision.
Yeah.
The clown, especially, I can hardly see out of it. So all I can say is it's a lot of practice.
Yeah. Well,
that was one of my favorites ever. Made almost entirely out of styrofoam and expanding foam.
Okay.
I tried to have it be really, really light. And if you can see that bottom left image, I would stand like a tree with my arms out. And it wasn't fooling anybody that it was a tree, but most people assumed it was a prop. And that last image, you can see where the trunk breaks apart. That's when I would be able to jump out at somebody, and the lights from the eyes, again, this was back before I could 3D print anything. So the lights from the eyes was a piece of folded cardboard with 2 pieces of tin foil on either side in front of my forehead that I would
that is
forward
crazy.
for contact.
Man.
Yeah.
So like on the left, the bottom left, we're looking at the picture of the what you would be like dormant, right? You're just hanging out.
Yep.
On the bottom right, you got kicked right in the tree knot. No, but like all of a sudden you jump out like that. It reminds me of you know, the bush master guys, or there's like the dudes that hide like a bush.
Yeah, kind of like a ghillie
there's
suit.
like a tree and a bush, and I'm trying to remember what they are like. But they basically like stand there like in a pot and stuff, and they're and then when people walk by, they're like or whatever, and it is hilarious.
I have seen that when people throw coffee or something.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, those were some of the earlier ones. I don't have any images I don't have those anymore, but I just have some images.
Nice.
I do want to go back to that one real quick because it's so easy to pass over that, but that is all welded together. So those are pieces of sheet metal that I ended up welding as plate armor. And I think, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that took a step up from cardboard.
That was a wild step up because I was in a high school welding class and had those tools at my disposal. But that comes with one of my favorite stories ever. When you're working in haunted houses, just wild stuff goes on, and people, whether it's out of fear or not, will act very aggressively on occasion. And there was somebody that was coming through a haunted house, and in this instance, I had that suit of armor, but before I had painted it like this, I was standing among other prop suits of armor, and somebody came through and they shouted from the end of the hallway. They said, "Don't jump out at me. I know you're going to jump out at me. If you jump out at me, I'm gonna deck you like I decked your friend," or something like that. Like, what on earth? So when they got right in front of me, I did jump out at them, and they punched me square in the chest where there's plate steel. And the instant karma of it all was just one of my favorite stories.
That's awesome. And you were glad it wasn't cardboard.
Yes, very glad it wasn't cardboard.
Dang. Well, yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to touch the patrons, and they're not supposed to touch you. So
yeah,
it's like a strip club.
And...
what the heck?
Oh, I'm sorry. I ended the
gotcha.
the sharing, and I assumed it would go back to the normal screen.
I don't know what's going on here. Give me a second.
This is fine.
Yeah. Ooh.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Hey. Yeah, we're good. I don't know what is happening. Like, let's see what happens here.
A lot of real estate right
there.
There
We go.
Oh, okay.
I see what happened. I think it got stuck and like thought that other window was still there. But that's super cool that you try different things all the time. It sounds like you're on your second year of the same one, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for something new.
Exactly.
But this year might be awesome with it, so that's good.
Yeah, this is the only one I've done twice in a row. And like, there are some real advantages to that. It's allowed me to work on other things in the meantime, other projects. But it is also, I have that itch to move on to something else.
Sure. But does it allow you more time to like hone in things that maybe you learned the first time?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
But
I mean, you spent so much time on this one, so
yeah. Specifically tweaking code. Every time I do something for the first time, I spend way too much time on the mechanical build, and I always say, "Oh, I'm going to leave myself 4 weeks to code it." And that becomes 3 weeks and 2 weeks, and then I'm working on it the night before open source in my hotel room.
What you said you 3D print a lot. What kind of printers do you use?
I have an X1 Carbon. I really like it, but I only have one printer, so I have to really manage my workload. And that's something that's been a big lesson for me overall. I used to work very linearly. I solve this problem, I move on to the next problem, move on to the next problem. But when I have a bottleneck like that, I usually have 2 or 3 projects going at once, so that I'm in the print stage of any one project when I'm working on other things.
Do you ever feel limited by the build plate size? With the big stuff?
Yeah, I've gotten very comfortable with chopping up things and putting them together. Clearly, that doesn't fit on a build plate. I've got my other one here. That didn't fit on a build plate either. Yeah, that one is painted. I'm actually going to run over and open the garage door just so we can get a little bit more light.
Okay.
I swear to God,
hey,
Joey's, if your garage door opens right now, that will be the most amazing thing right now. Like, all of a sudden your door is opening. That would be so good.
I can voice command it, but it's like, what is the password?
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So this is one that I had running at OpenSauce. And it's just running a timed loop right now, but this is another wearable mask. And when you're wearing it, it's on a similar setup as the clown where you're controlling these motions.
Okay.
Oh, and the eyes move. It looks like it blinks.
Yep. The eyes move. It can blink. It can look in any one direction.
Okay.
I don't know if it's obvious.
Apparently he vapes.
Yep, he vapes a little bit. But those are the functions of that one.
That's super cool.
I'm gonna turn that off.
Nice. Like, hang on, I gotta shut my garage door real quick. The neighbors are like, "What is this guy doing? Is that a clown?
That's
like, who moved into the neighborhood? Honey, come look at this." No.
Right. The new neighbors that are walking by our house trying to figure out what we're about.
Yeah, you and then wait for him and then your door opens and you come out with the clown
Oh my
full
gosh.
clown outfit, like
Just to get the mail.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that would be amazing. Full, you gotta smoke out your garage with a fog machine, and then they'll come over thinking there's a fire and your door opens, and you just come out with that, like, oh god,
I already.
Set up your lights and everything.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey neighbor, uh, so good.
A few years
Oh,
back,
man.
I did a jetpack that used smoke or fog like that and LEDs to simulate fire.
Sure.
So I would already have something set up to, scare all of the neighbors.
Yeah,
Fire in
there
the
you go.
garage.
That is so cool. So, what's I'm curious how your process, like, how do you determine what you're going to do next? Like, what's your next thing? And then on top of that, like, what are your steps? Like, do you have a character in mind and you start designing it? I'm assuming you design them all yourself, right?
I do, yeah.
So then, like, or is it kind of backwards? Like, how do you process that? Because it's always interesting to hear how projects come together in that kind of sequences,
Yes. I have a lot of that. I do want to correct my statement earlier when I say design all of them. The gargoyle that I just showed you is 100% designed by me. This is a STL that I bought, but it was sized for a normal person. And then scaled it up from there and ended up
shrunken head.
and ended up adding all of the components to make it animatronic. It was just a basic mask. So sometimes I do start off with something like that if I buy a file and then kind of create something out of it. But I can tell you I have a notebook of like 50 ideas right now.
Okay.
And my problem isn't coming up with ideas, it's finding the time to execute them. At any given point, if you gave me certain materials, I'd know I could start right away. But I think often I want to try something new with a new project. There's always things that I want to explore, things that have interested me or I've seen elsewhere. And I usually shoot for the stars and then have to kind of pull myself back a little bit, back to reality.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Why not shoot for everything and then see what happens?
Yeah.
That's
one thing that Caleb was really interested in. This has been my latest frontier.
We don't even know who that is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just joking.
The Caleb that's not here.
Yeah.
This has been my latest frontier, and it is silicone. So this is something that I 3D printed the mold and cast the silicone within.
Wait, how did you make it hollow then?
Yeah, that's where the real complexity comes in.
Was it like rotating thing so the fluid stays on the outside, or?
No, it actually has a core in the mold.
Oh.
So if you see, let's see if I can zoom in here. This hole, there's two functions for the holes that are around this. They're arteries, and I at one point wanted to have fluid come out of them, but that was one of the things that I cut. But their other function is that there are locator pins. You giggling?
Yeah. Just thinking of the fluid, sorry.
I can't say blood. But there would be a core that's suspended by locator pins. And then once it's cast, you pull those pins out, take the mold apart, and you're left with something like this.
Oh, that's super cool. So what's your plan with that? Like, is that, I mean, a lot of people used silicone, in different things, right? Masks and all sorts of stuff. What's your plan? What's your thought with that, like, specific application besides the beating heart with the fluid? Well, that would be sweet, by the way.
That's definitely part of a bigger plan. That heart was from the latest YouTube video that I put out with the dead man's chest. So it's this chest that you can turn a lock and it opens the mechanism, and then there's a beating heart inside of it. But all of that was an excuse to start working with silicone so that I can incorporate that into mask design. Not this year at Open Sauce, but the year before, I got some awesome feedback from a couple of Disney Imagineers that stopped by my booth and said they really liked the stuff, But if I wanted to be serious about making it professional, the next step I'd need to take was skinning it with silicone. So that whole project came from me just wanting to play with the material.
That's cool.
Now that I've had a little bit of experience, I want to start incorporating into my other bigger projects.
So K2 Kevin says, does Grendel use a cosplay PLA, or what material does he normally use when you're 3D printing?
I actually favor ABS.
Okay.
For the simple reason that I can chemically weld it, and I can do a ABS. I want to say polishing, vapor smoothing.
Vapor smoothing.
Yeah.
And with the X1, it's really not any more of a hassle than PLA is. It's just that it's a convenient middle ground for all those things.
Right. Well, it sounds like we need to get you like an H2S.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, like something bigger with a bigger build plate. You know, I don't, probably don't care about multicolor right now. I don't know if you use a lot of multicolor in your prints, but I'm guessing.
I don't use multicolor, but one of the pages of my 50-page notebook that I desperately want to try the next time I upgrade is if I'm able to use two materials, I'd really like to revisit this process, because this core I cut out of this casting.
Yeah.
But
it looks like a face now. I mean, you could talk, you make it
oh wow, it's so much brighter. But this one I did not. This is one of those fun engineering puzzles where I didn't, there is no cut in this. And the way that I did that was the core that was inside of it was
water soluble.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You do it. So I went through like 7 or 8 iterations of mold making for this. It was all a learning process, and I tried anything and everything. And at one point, I tried 3D printing the whole mold in one go with PVA. I thought that would be so cool to cast, throw it in a bucket of water, and then 5 days later, because it does take that long when they're this intricate, to come back and just have a part. But because of all of the support in there, it turned out really mangled. It was an interesting idea, but it never really came to fruition. But going back to using two materials at the same time, I would love to use a water-soluble material and an alcohol-soluble material to do a part in 3 passes. You print your support material out of water-soluble, you print your cast material out of alcohol-soluble, and then you pour your part. So your first step is to release the mold. Your next step is to pour your cast and then release the cast.
Wow.
Interesting. Yeah.
I got so excited about that idea, but there's just been so much chaos in my life recently. I was at the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, H2D, that's totally within my realm. Then we bought a house, which I'm in right now. And I'm very excited about it.
Printers, a house.
I know, tough sell.
No, I love it, and I'm take it. Do you do this full time, or do you have another job full time?
I don't. I work 40 hours a week as a automation engineer.
Nice.
So
imagine that.
Imagine. Yep.
Tell me it's not for like Disney or something, right?
It's not. It's very different. It's like the robots that you would see in a movie that are putting cars together. So
that's cool.
Heavy engineering. So when I get off of my real job, I turn to this for a little bit of engineering, a little bit of art. Yeah. Creative.
Well, it sounds like your wife, I believe you said,
girlfriend at this point.
Or girlfriend, sorry.
Yes.
You can collab and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this thing, and let her go crazy with the painting. And that's a really cool, that's a cool thing to have. Like you can build the stuff and she can, I'm assuming she likes it. You're not just standing over with a clown costume saying paint it. But like I'm assuming that she likes doing that part of it too, which that means she can like kind of dive into her artistic side, and that's really
We
cool.
got a really cool comment this year at Open Sauce from a couple of people that I hadn't heard before, and they both said, you guys should open an escape room, which never before in my life had I even thought about, but that would be really fun.
Yeah.
I could see how you could incorporate tons of different things that you're doing now and her artistic side too, and like that would be interesting. We know somebody that has a escape room business, and they have a lot of fun with it. I think it's up and down, like just like any other business, but it's a lot of fun because they change out the rooms and everything is different sometimes, like however often they change them out and stuff like that. Like that'd be cool. I can't imagine being like an escape room and this freaking giant clown on stilts stands up, lights go crazy. It's the Funhouse escape room.
Yeah, you'd have to have different tiers.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I was gonna say, printer wise, with the snap maker U1 be a good fit if you were to look at multi-material. It
would be really. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I was just gonna say I think it's probably a little small for what you want. But go ahead with what you're.
I was just gonna say, since watching your podcast, I've realized I'm not nearly as educated in 3D printing as I thought I was, or maybe some of your other guests. But the new stuff that I've been paying attention to is the multi head, specifically multi nozzle, because that speed to switch back and forth between materials, I think would be really nice for the support material. Oh, it's back.
Oh, I thought I caught him. Yeah, all of a sudden he's buzzing me again. Yeah, the U1 has 4 heads, but it's a little smaller build plate than like your X1 Carbon would be.
Yeah.
But it's really like the quality. I have a pre-production unit, and I know some of the production units are starting to roll out to other people as well. But the quality is fantastic, and the speed is awesome. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, the waste, like you don't waste a lot of material.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's such minimal waste. Oh god. I have a thing I have like a hardwood floor, and I have one of those like chair protectors, and I went to slide, and the whole chair protector went that way. I went that way. But if you can see, I mean, this was about a layer change or a color change every layer. And it's just, the quality is so good.
That is amazing.
And I could see something like you're talking, using multi-material and really getting granular in there. And the switching is so fast on the printer too.
In something you could probably play around with too is like do a black material. It's gonna mask out all the light, and then do a semi-transparent material in different spots. It'll let light through. Like there's so many things that you could do that it would be almost or really challenging to do otherwise. Did you get them?
No. Sorry. There's gonna be all these like memes out there of me like.
We'll see if I can get this a little bit closer. But when you're talking about
oh, here.
We'll get closer too.
It just doesn't show up quite so well in the camera.
Your eye, the eye thing.
Yeah, right? There's just a tiny little glow there. That is a translucent PLA. Okay. And in such high light right now, it's just not very obvious. But in a very low light scenario like a haunted house, it provides just enough glow to not be overpowering. Because
interesting.
That's always my it's always something I want to do, is put lights in everything and put lights in eyes. And sometimes it's a bit much. It's not really scary if something has so much light coming out of its eyes that's so clearly a flashlight.
Right.
But playing around with those materials, like you said, Joey, to mask off just enough light so that there's a vague glow, it really does work.
That's cool.
That's super cool. Yeah, and I mean, Joey, you have an XL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad machine. I think it's a cool machine.
It's just really expensive for what.
Very expensive for what it does. And man, I can't I don't want to say anything bad, but it's not as reliable as other machines. We'll say that. Unfortunately. And it's very expensive for what it does, but the build area you get with that would be so good. You know, you'd be able to like rock out 5 different tool heads of different materials, and hopefully that build area would be like massive, you know.
Right before using the X1 Carbon, the printer that I was using previous was a FlashForge Creator 3.
Oh geez, okay.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Which did have the double head. It was great, but the problem is, as soon as I made the jump from that to the X1, it was the software and the quality and the user friendliness of it. I went into that going, oh yeah, I'll do some of the stuff on the X1 and some of the stuff on the FlashForge, and then I never turned the FlashForge off again.
Yeah, well, it's so hard when your FlashForge took 24 hours for a print that your X1 Carbon took 7 or something. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not even an exaggeration. I mean, like the first time a lot of us touched one of those, I have said it before, my X1 Carbon in here, it's also called Neo, by the way, because I started naming all my Bamboo Lab printers after the Matrix characters, but Neo because it was the one. Like I got this thing, it's serial number 6. So
wow,
like
really?
That's pretty cool. But at the same time, you see it for the first time and you're like, wow, this is awesome. And every other printer in your arsenal at the moment just cries because you don't touch it, because it pumps out things 3 times as fast as anything else did. And now you're like, well, how do I keep this thing fed? Like, how do I get enough filament and models through this thing? I had to keep these other ones going for 2 days to get this project done. That just took me a day here, you know, or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah,
you're like, my prints are succeeding. I don't know. I gotta
what
find
do I do?
more.
Yeah, or I don't have to play with the printer to make it happen, you know. I love my FlashForge 5M Pro. It's a workhorse. Absolutely, Maker Viking. I have one. I had one as well. I just gave it to a friend of mine because it's not a bad printer. It really isn't a bad printer at all. Definitely, in my experience with that FlashForge 5M Pro, it was good. It was fine. I think where something like a Bamboo Lab knocks it out of the park is just the whole ecosystem. You know, it's someone said it recently in another video that it's like, I think it was Tom Senlanderer in his last video for the P2S said it's basically Apple at this point. Like, you know, they want to be synonymous with phones. They want to have everything like this way, and it is closed, but you get a heck of a package for a closed. Not saying anything bad about the Prussias too, because one of the best things about those is you can take your MK2 and upgrade it all the way up to wherever you want, and that's pretty cool.
What's cool too is like the nozzles and like the extruder, like the parts are like interchangeable. So like I think Prussias are great if you're gonna have a lot of machines, and like you know, you can fix them on the fly. Some of them breaks, you can do it, but and that's where like the ecosystems come around. But I was gonna say too, what's cool, like Eric too, is like when I started 3D printing, was that like 2018 and stuff? It was less about the thing that you wanted to print and more about the journey of trying to just get a print. And now it's like it's so cool because so many people from so many different backgrounds, they don't have to like struggle to get that thing. They're just like, I have an idea and I want to create that, and they succeed, you know. And so I think that's kind of the end goal. You know, you don't want everyone to experience the Ender 3 period. I feel like I'm always like talking trash about the Ender 3, but it was a good, fun way to get into 3D printing. Oh,
it was
not necessarily fun.
That's how I got into it.
Yeah, but it's like I can appreciate like how cool it is now to just be able to print, go.
There's a lot of people that were like, oh, you should have started here and you don't know anything about printers because you didn't start here. And that's like gatekeeping kind of, because you know what? I could give a crap. And I've said this on this show before. I don't care how my microwave works. I want to put my food in it and cook it and be done and eat it, right? Like, there's many people, especially today's generation, that don't care about how a printer works. They just want to be able to put the model into the slicer, send the slicer to whatever printer it is. It doesn't matter what brand it is, if it's orange or gray or any of the other ones, right? And just have the thing, you know, like, and I think it's really cool for makers in all sorts of genres to be able to, like, you don't necessarily want to be a 3D printer expert.
Guru.
You want to be a props expert and a coding expert and put those together with a tool that you bought, which is a 3D printer.
And I started, like you said, I like how you guys in the past likened Ender 3 to a gateway drug, because it absolutely was for me. And even to the point that I was so in a mindset of, I'm going to stay away from 3D printing until it matures a little bit. And then I ended up winning a Ender 3 at a contest. And then it was sharply downhill from there, because once it got 3D printing got its claws into me, I couldn't stop.
And that's the
potential.
Thing, though. That's the other thing. It didn't matter where you start. It's that first piece of plastic you pulled off where, like, that actually just made this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, what else can I do? And then you just dive into it. And it doesn't matter, again, what machine it is. What matters is that you're doing it. And like for you want to take your model and you want something to come out on the other end. You know, you don't want to spend 6 days fixing the thing to get your printout. You know, you got a broken extruder arm and you know, didn't even know it was broken or something. But
if I'm doing something like this, I need to have 9 revisions of the same mold out in a month.
In a month. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's super cool that way. Tripod says don't get banned. Let's see. James says, when will the P2S be available in the US? I don't know. They haven't told me yet. So my video was out last week with
October, didn't it? Sometime.
I hope so.
There's not much time left.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They haven't told me. Is the answer. I just don't know. In my video, if you go through towards the end, I actually cut and pasted what exactly they told me in an email. I was just like, well, they said it, I'm putting it out there. So if you go through and look, you'll see the blurb that they told me. But it's just super cool, because you're taking basically all your knowledge of being an engineer and your creative side and your fun side with the Halloween stuff and the nostalgia of being a kid and having to make your own stuff and like collabing all together. And
and we've talked a lot about Halloween on this podcast, which is very appropriate for the month that we're in. But just as much as I like Halloween, I really like doing cosplay stuff. It's a lot newer to me, but that's something that's more approachable the rest of the year.
Do you have any blasters? Don't do it. Just joking.
That'd be like violation, scary clowns.
On the shelf behind me, I have a Star-Lord helmet and some of those that you just said that I won't bring out.
Those that we do not speak of.
I have a friend of mine that I got to know through this show. I should dig that out. He sent me a full Star-Lord costume that he made, and I just was a big fan of movies and stuff like that. And he's like, I got something for you, and it showed up, and I was like, this is awesome, and some of it's like revised the Star-Lord Nerf guns that came out, and he like painted them again and all this stuff, and like the mask and the jacket and the boots, stuff I'll never fit in. But I should put it up like on a dummy or something and like stand it in the window or something. James asks, trying to decide if you should wait or get the P1S. Listen, I would say this. They're both good printers. I have them both. correction, I just gave my P1S to my cousin last night, actually. First, they're both good printers. I mean, if you want, jump on. If you don't need the AMS, get 2 of them for the same price, right? Or something if you want. If the AMS is on, if it's on sale for $650. Otherwise, what Maker Viking just said they're going to go on sale hopefully for Black Friday, and that's not a bad time to check out a lot of stuff too. Printers, filament, all that stuff usually goes on sale here in about a month. So if you can wait, you might have the option of P1S, P2S, or sale on both. So you never know. Let's see. What else? I know we got a ton of hot mix to do. Are you going to hang out for hot mix?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Should we do that? I know. I just realized what time it was. I'm like, oh, it's 7:15 already.
We have like what 3 hot mix episodes? Yeah. We had all the ones from not like the time period between 3D Printopia. So it was like 4 weeks. And then we didn't get to it last week. So
yeah. Well, I mean, someone went and got it banned or whatever. So I mean, like,
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me find the thing here, and we'll come back to it. But while I'm doing that, is there any like behind the scenes things you're working on that you can share besides the heart? If not, that's fine.
Yeah, my next video will probably be the update of that Pennywise costume, but the next big thing is I am doing a silicone mask. I'm not going to reveal yet what it is, but that's going to be a big process that I'd like to record a little bit more of the casting technique this time around.
Cool.
Do you think, like, I just think it was cool, like, you had Imagineers, like, coming to your, do you think you'll see more of them?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that interaction.
That's
yeah.
Cool. What?
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I was just gonna say, anytime people outside of the people you know come up and appreciate what you do and offer constructive advice, and then you're like, oh, they actually are from Disney or something, like that's really cool to hear.
Yeah. One of the craziest things that's ever happened to me was a couple years ago at Open Sauce. I had somebody come up and talk to me about like, oh, what are you using to run your costumes? I thought I heard you say Arduino. And I said, yes, this is the Arduino board. And I kind of was explaining what it was and how it worked. And oftentimes when people come up to me at Open Sauce or conventions, I really try to talk a bit more simply and, communicate well. And at one point during that, he turned to me and said, we could probably comp you for those. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, oh, I made Arduino. We could probably comp you those boards. And I'm like, oh, wow, you work for Arduino in Italy? And he said, no, my name is Massimo Benzi. I invented Arduino. Hi. And I was so cool. Dumbstruck. Yeah. those kinds of interactions that I love.
That is so cool.
I've had so much fun going to the Open Sauce events.
That I really want to get to one. I haven't been to one yet, so maybe next year. Maybe
us Midwesterners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I haven't been to any rep wraps. I've heard you guys talk about that. Mm-hmm. It was really my first experience, and it's just been awesome. After that initial shock, he basically said, "It's great to meet you," and started to walk away. And my girlfriend said, "Go take a picture with him. Go." Yeah. It kind of shook me out of it.
Wait, prove it. No. He's like, don't you know who I am? No, that's super cool. Yeah, let's jump into some hot mix. Let's see. I think I found it. Let me see. Bearded Printer hot makes, more like hot makes. Thank you so much, man. $10. We really appreciate that. Thank you. We'll put it next to Andrew's 10 for more Oreos, not chocolate chip cookies. Joey, this is what your project, you were just talking about this.
Yeah.
That's a lot of drawers, man.
It was about 44, I think, kilograms. Wow. So about 100 pounds of plastic, 3. Those are shoe racks, and then I built a base out of pine from the go on. But that was for a dentist office, and they needed something to put like dentures and anything like when they scan or take the molds of the patient's mouth.
Sure.
And they can like rotate. So it's something got to rotate in all the time, change like the colors of those labels so they can identify things based. So they gave me all these wish list things. And then my
Nice.
favorite part and what they liked was holographic accents, so you can like, it's just fun looking. So yeah, it was
So
about 4 weeks.
what we're looking at is how Joey made his first million. No.
Yeah, I think I underquoted it a little bit. It was a lot of labor in there.
nice work. That's pretty awesome.
Thank
Who
you.
doesn't want to see Joey's drawers? Somebody said. Was his bearded printer? Yeah.
I'd like to say I don't want to look at drawers ever again, but somehow it's the project I keep going back to, and now I can actually work on all the fun, crazy, weird ones that I want to work on.
After Dark Joey's Drawers edition. Floppy teeth. Throw your floppy teeth in there. Nice. Very cool. All right. We're going to, as you can probably see, we have a lot to get through. So we're going to rock and roll. And we're going to start here. So this is Cause, a little print I did for from Toy Maker 3D. Toy Maker has some really cool stuff too, by the way. Hopefully there we go. Hopefully there's no sound because that would be bad. Speaking of copyright strikes. There you go. That's see, there we go. Bam. I know Caleb would be dying. He loves these things.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Isn't that the one you buy in like kits?
Yeah, you can buy you buy the model and then you print it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Toy Maker has a whole bunch of really cool different you call them toys, I guess, that you can print and they design, and it's super cool. Nice
Kids
work.
have it so easy these days. You used to have to go to like McDonald's and like try to get that missing piece to complete it,
Yeah, if someone has a boardwalk, let me know, by the way. No.
I've thought about how many times when I was little, you could just print something instead of making it out of Legos.
Oh man, my 5-year-old has it pretty much in the bag right now. Like he knows that I can print, but most of all, he knows mom can print. We have 3 printers at the house, and she can design as well. I can't. So he'd be like, "Hey, mommy, I have this really cool idea," or "Hey, can you print me this?" And we were at they were at Hallmark, and they saw this like ornament thing with like trains going around, and it like barely worked and all this crap. And it was like $200. And she jumped on Maker World and found these little modular ones that use magnets and basically like a battery and stuff. And she printed all these parts and you put them together. And it's like, this is way better. And it mostly works pretty good, except for you have to find the right size magnets, right? But like, how cool is that the kids these days can be like, actually, I just want like a helicopter thing that I pull it and it flies. Hang on, give me a couple hours and I'll whip that up real quick for you,
Right.
And
download something.
Super cool. Offset Maker Lab, I know this was before Printopia. They were working on a ridiculous project here with Repcord for Prusa. And this is the core bot. If anyone was at Printopia, you saw this thing running around. But this is how it started. So that's what it's going to be. It was a Core 1 on there.
I do have to say, Pooch handed this to me when I was at 3D Printopia.
Hang on. I love it. And this is how it ended up, man. Like, this is so cool. I saw this thing running around, and it was printing while it was driving, and such a cool idea.
That's awesome.
Those guys are evil geniuses over there too. Ryan and Jeremy's in the chat here. I see Ryan and Steve and Jeremy and those guys all they take like these were tracks from a badly droid and they turn it into like whatever. Here we go. Here's the first steps. Let's see. Ooh. That looks so cool.
I didn't even think like they're powering that thing. Like it's gotta have a pretty
Yeah.
decent like power bank in it to run both the printer and the robotics.
Right.
I love seeing the backpacks of
Yeah.
printers.
Yeah.
Those crack me up.
Mitch does really cool backpack printers.
Yes.
Nice work, Offset, Ryan, Jeremy, everybody who had their hand in that. That thing was sick. Midnight Wolf, Crypt Keeper bust. Does anyone remember the Crypt Keeper? Tales from the Crypt.
Yep.
That used to be a great. Was it Nickelodeon? Wasn't it? Nice.
Very
There you go.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice work. Caleb says final result of the company themed Hedamame. Best headphones ever, and the systems colors just really pop. Version 2.1 is out. So here, let's just jump in here. Boom. That's systems group, where I think that's where he works. And there you go.
I wonder how he did. It must be a sticker or something.
Yeah, this is a sticker.
Yeah.
I could
Cool.
tell it's like shiny. That's pretty cool. Nice work, Caleb. It would be better if this was Joey Drawers here, like pulled open. Awesome. All right,
Caleb will be on our next episode, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We should get him on here sometime.
Yeah, that guy. As I was gone last week, Silverback Creations project update finished the print of a 1 foot by 1 foot fully modular large tavern. Everything's on Maker World. It's every level is playable for many games. When it's not in use, can be displayed for seasonal decoration. That is cool.
Oh, that is
so interesting. So you can play some games with this, and then it like stacks to make the tavern.
That's pretty neat.
Like a D&D sort of prop?
I don't know. I think this is cards. I can't tell, but maybe cards, some baking soda. Maybe he's making a volcano or something. Like, but I
wonder if the baking soda is the super glue or trick, where you glue something, and then if you sprinkle baking soda on it, it cures almost instantly.
Oh, maybe kind of like CA glue or something.
Could be.
It's cool though. It's a really cool idea. The stacked house that you pull it down, you have a game piece or whatever. I'm really curious now. Silverback Creations, what the heck? What do you play in this? We need to know. The baking soda's for the glue, right? No. Paints and finishes most of the models. Nice. I need to know what game. It looks awesome. All right, next. What we got here? Trevor. Oh boy, Trevor 3D prints printed Spider-Man string art model from Bamboo Global Maker World and threw in some other Spidey prints for the photos. Some amazing friends swung by to help out for the shoot. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Oh, I probably should turn that down. Oh, what the? Oh, there's a spider.
I've seen the string art stuff with Bamboo Labs. Have you guys done any of that?
3D Print Bunny designs a lot or most of that. And it's been a couple years now, and she's just so good at that. I think other people are starting to do it now too, but she really like originated with her. I've never. Oh no, I take that back. I did one. It was an umbrella. It was like a raining scene with an umbrella in the center. It's super cool.
And it's just bridging with the material for those strings? Okay.
But she like takes advantage of like the layer height and everything to make it work perfectly. My favorite, I did her Eiffel Tower model they pieced together, and it's like it's crazy when you put it together because it's like every cable is like the string, and it's like that's the only way you could do that.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
I was working with her for a little while on when I had that big Orange Storm Giga, and I got an 800. I don't know if you remember. I showed I had 800 millimeter strings. Like I was able to string 800 millimeters long.
Whoa!
It was crazy.
What diameter nozzle?
That was the point. I can't remember what was on there. It was a 0.4 or 6. Whatever the stock one was at the time. The problem is I got one of the pre-production ones before they sent the upgrades, and I was having some challenges with other things. But we were doing some tests because she designed one of her models to be full size like that. Not that I'd have to blow it up, but she actually exported it full size. And I was gonna do this like huge print, and it was gonna be like freaking kilograms and kilograms of plastic. And I was just like, we're gonna test this, it's awesome. And then the printer wasn't up to snuff for a minute, and then that kind of got put on the side. But
darn.
Yeah. All right, what we got next? Tripod and his garage. I love this little laser.
Yeah.
I need one. He's laser. This is a laser that prints inside of crystal.
Wow.
Is
it an etching? Basically etching at a focal point?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And, I think I saw Tripod here too, and I think he's shared a couple of these for us tonight. But it's the Omni X UV laser, so it's a UV laser.
Oh, it's a face hugger, or not? Is that what?
I think so.
The right thing?
Yeah. It's an alien face hugger. But what's cool is there you go. It's like 3D in there though.
That is so cool.
I've seen those sorts of things at like gift shops, but
exactly
doing that at home.
And you put it like on a little glowy thing, and it like shines up through there, and that is so cool. Like, but my question is like, where do you get? Here you go. It's love making those subsurface engravings. He said, yeah, it used to be 20K machines. A lot of machines used to be 20K. Basically micro bubbles in the glass. It's so cool. Yeah, I agree. The thing I'm like crazy about is like, where do I just go to a store and buy me some cubes of crystal? Like where do you is it like an Amazon order or Tripod? Can I come down and get this laser and play with it for a while? Like, yeah. Maker Viking wants to know how much that machine is, Tripod, when it's if you know. Yeah, there you go. Andrew Rogers, he says needs to post the one that Tripod made for him. It was frozen chicken inside of the all right, what do we got next? Nero Nero made this huge Gundam, and it's 85 pounds of Prusa printed on Prusa printers, 1/10 scale.
Wow,
that thing is sick.
Dang,
absolutely crazy. I was watching the build as he kind of like cycled through it, and it's so cool.
That's like the ultimate, like, this is amazing. Where am I going to put this now?
Yeah.
I mean, what's great is like I have a bachelor pad, so that's totally going in the dining room. But I can see that being a problem for other people.
He prints a full clown, and he just stands it in his front window or something like that. Would be sick.
I would just put that in the front window when you go on vacation. I mean,
no, if it was at Eric's house, this thing would be like moving. It would be like walking, like full movement, talking. Yeah, like all of it.
You walk in the garage, the lights turn off, its eyes glow red.
It does the robot.
You have to have a Gundam fight between that and the clown, or that and the gargoyle.
Would that be Gundam style? that was bad. All right, next, bearded printer. Look who's coming to 3D Printopia. 1300% dummy 13 wearing Hedamame headphones. Yes. I wish I would have seen this in person. Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, you know what, it'd be funny to make an animatronic at some point of that.
Yeah, right. Bearded printed bearded printer. Where's the stringing beard though? Like,
Oh, yeah.
You can make a beard out of stringing and like a spaghetti beard or something. Super awesome, man. That is so cool.
It had a beard at 3D Printopia.
Did it?
Yeah, just
there you go.
If I remember right. That's amazing.
So good. These days, with all the upcoming like robotics and stuff like that, like you throw this out in your front lawn and people may not know it's not real. That's pretty cool. Nice work. Oh boy.
Wow.
This is gonna be awesome. Right in the passenger seat of my truck with the beard. Yes. He has a beard on it. Nice. Oh, did he have the floppy beard on him? There you go. All right, here we go.
I think I'd like one of those printers.
Yeah, right?
It just comes off the printer ready to go like that.
That would make the whole animatronics job a lot easier.
Print in place gears. Like it's all just print in place.
Oh, I'm hoping someday we'll have like decent print in place, like electronics, just like routing the
Love it.
Power through it.
That would be amazing.
Dude, Trevor 3D prints, I'm telling you, I love these AI print, basically what he does with AI on these final prints. 72.2 hours, 1196 filament changes, and 1388 grams of filament.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. Feeling patriotic, why not hang a flag at your desk? File available on things. There you go.
It's a floppy flag.
Floppy flag. Everybody needs a floppy flag. Super cool. He makes everything floppy. No pun intended. Last post on the break time clock too boring. I added some action for you.
Oh,
I really love the clock. Put some head. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That's cool.
There you go. All right, here we go.
Really good.
I love the animations. I love it. I need to learn. So good. All right, what's next? Bearded printer decided to design a traveling case for my LDO Motors hex drivers. Download the files from printables.com. Here you go. You could have a bearded printer tool holder yourself.
I love that branding.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You just know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, I suppose. Yeah. Another Trevor 3D prints. This story is familiar. 3-hour tour. Anyone? Now who is Gilligan in this boat? He says.
Oh, that's when we rescheduled right before 3D Printopia.
Oh, is it? That's right. 3D Printopia or bust. All right, what's this one? So good. Oh, because I see it now. Yeah, because scheduling a DJ for later date. No. What was that?
Are we getting a boat?
I guess so. Dude,
Was this when you had all the water?
We did. That was after that, but we did. Yeah, this would have been handy that day.
Whew.
That weekend, really. But I think you're right. We canceled a show because you guys were super busy going into that week, and we were like, "Oh, let's work on stuff." Let's see. I have a boat ready for y'all if yours breaks down. Oh boy, nice.
This just reminds me, Zombie Hedgehog. He had a H2S at 3D Printopia, and he had I think he called it a Banshee or something like that, which was just a benchy, but it was like scaled, super smushed, and it was like the max height of the printer. It was amazing.
Oh, jeez. The boat is on fire. Yes, the boat's fire. What else we got here? Oh, I think that's the same thing. Oh, here's some more iterations here. It's the benchy. Nice. Oh my goodness, check out the amazing glow in the dark hybrid hue forge that Danny created using my FDM vehicles. So this is a hue forge artist series featuring Fix'em Dude.
Oh, that is cool.
What?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
So he took probably the Fix'em Dude vehicles and
Yeah,
then had them coming out of the hue forge print.
that's
Eric, have you seen any of like the hue forge prints before?
I don't think I have.
It's like what do you call it? Topographic.
Yeah.
You're essentially taking advantage of like transparency of the filaments
colors. Yep.
and colors. Yeah,
And,
more than
and
just-
layering.
yeah, layering. And then he even came up with something called Flat Forge, where you can print it face down, and literally it comes out like a photo.
So
Yeah,
this is
I think someone
two-dimensional
shared that.
plane.
Or what was that?
What we're looking at is a two-dimensional surface right now.
2-dimensional, and then I think these are 3D.
Yeah, these are 3-dimensional.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
That's really cool.
Hue Forge. Let's see. Let me go back. Hue Forge does some. I mean, the stuff is crazy that's coming out. Of course. Where's the media tab here?
My biggest thing, like when I was at the show, it's like containers and different things.
Yeah.
They because typically you just print like a flat art piece, but now it's like you
Right.
can print it into the cover of your container and all sorts of stuff, and that's, I don't know, it just opens up a lot of opportunity.
That's pretty cool.
I remember when we had
Yes.
Steve on the first time, we were like, "What? What is this?" Hue Forge is, yeah, man, it was awesome. First functional flat forge for the Prusa 3D booth at Printopia this weekend. Dwarf cover for each tool on their XL. So let's
Yeah,
just go
every
here.
single print had these.
But he printed that down. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We printed it face down so it's all flat.
Yep.
Oh,
Flat Forge.
such a cool idea.
Actually, I did one. I gotta do more, but let me grab it.
More adventures
could-
in the garage.
And it can be any printer because it just uses layer changes. It would work good on your X1 carbon, but it could be anything.
Yeah.
But like this was just like a JPEG, right? So it was able to do that. So this isn't very sophisticated, but this would have taken quite a while to turn from a vector, art into a, STL. So this was pretty quick and easy, and yeah, it was pretty good results. So
So
I got
Tech
part of
Cheaper
the-
corrected me. Flat Forge does need some sort of multi-material AMS or
oh
something.
right,
Because it's different than Hue Forge. Got it.
Is that part of a larger drawer mosaic, Joey?
no, I thought about maybe doing that, but I think I'm gonna do. They have these really great examples of marble. So they actually had a chess set, and you couldn't even tell. It looked like marble, like 100%. So I'm
Wow.
like, oh, I need to try doing marble next and do like marble face plates
That's cool.
because these accents you just print separately face down. And I'm like, it was funny because I was at the show and I think it was Steve or someone from Hue Forge stopped over, and I was mentioning, I'm like, I need to do some of the Hue Forge, and they're like, what? They overheard, and they're like, you need to bring that. So I brought my drawers down to Hue Forge booth, and then yeah. Anyways, yeah, it turned into a whole.
You're always
thing.
just showing your drawers. I'm telling you.
Show them everywhere I go.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized we were still single. There we go. Super cool. I need to look into this flat forge. I have been out of the loop. Apparently, I did not
It's so
see this yet.
cool.
That is awesome. Let's see. Special gift
Hey.
from at 3D and T Printing to match the Misha shirt. Wait for it. There you go. That's pretty good. Jar Jar meet Jar Jar. Love it. All right. Let's see. Joey, you tagged this one. Another 3D printed song.
Oh, this is from our guest a few weeks ago. So if anyone hasn't seen that yet, he made another song. And this one, when he was on, he was talking about the guitar not sounding like a real guitar. This one has the real bass guitar with the real like unaltered or like he's not changing the what do you call that? The octave or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And those instruments had 3D print filaments for the strings, right? That's crazy.
What? It is super crazy.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I love that his heads are in. Nice. Let's see. I don't want to get in trouble too much here. Nice.
I don't know. Every time I see something like this, I just think about trying to explain this to somebody in like the 60s. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, can you explain exactly? Can you explain what you're seeing? You know, with someone has no idea what the heck you're talking about, and this looks like Super Valid Designs is the name, and he was on what, like a month ago, maybe. Super cool dude. 100% 3D printed and no tuning was used. And then he put out the bass guitar
this
here.
This is my bass guitar, and I absolutely love how it sounds. It's got a this
talks about
is really capable of
making the bass guitar here. Let's see. That's these are the strings.
Wow.
The string.
Such a bad sound.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's part perfect on any of these takes, but that's
wait, I didn't realize he printed the strings.
Yeah.
For comping, we did a bunch of takes, so I'm gonna go ahead.
I guess that makes sense that you'd want more sizes than just the size of the filament.
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Plus, printing in that spiral. I think it was Joel Telling recently showed an example of TPU.
Yeah.
And he had a robot lift him right off the ground with it.
Yep.
It's insane. Really? Yeah. He printed like a whole strap that was only like, I don't know, an inch or inch and a half wide, but you print it like vertically. Yeah. So it's just like a spiral that gets taller and taller to make the band wider.
And the layers, because theoretically they could pull apart this way, they don't pull apart this way.
Yeah,
you know, that's the thing with we can find that real quick too. That was really cool. I never even thought about printing like a ribbon. It ended up being like an exercise band, kind of, you know, that he printed.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then he hung it from Jeff, the 3D printing glue or 3D glue robot. Is this a hairband? Yes, it is a hairband. Swipe right for Joey's drawers. Aaron Chow says, zoom in. So it took me a second, only a second, because once I opened this, I figured out right away what was going on here. Look, there's a glizzy hanging out right there. It's hard to see. Maker chips, it looks like. And then the glizzy hanging out. And then if you scroll down a little here, let's see. Oh, maybe it's in the next one. Hang on. Oh no. There we go. Here. Tech Jeeper says Glizzy. So good. All right. Vicky. She says, I'm so busy with 3D printing Printopia duties. I typically don't share my 3D printing objects at the event, but this year I wore one of my projects. It's a 3D benchy top. It combines 381 3D printed beads with crochet, and the first time I crocheted myself a garment. So this is her and Joseph Prussia, and this is what it looked like. Let's see if I can get a little closer. There you go.
Wow.
Perfect. It's so cool. Vicky, that's awesome. There's a lot of little benchies. You ever printed a benchy, Eric?
I have.
Okay. I always get amazed when someone says no. Like, never printed a benchy. Like, what? You know?
I think I've printed much fewer benchies than others, but that had to have been the first thing that came off my Ender 3.
Oh, the 3D printed squeaky gummy bear. I missed that. I was so excited about the glizzy. I missed the squeaky gummy bear. K2 Kevin, 3D Printopia at Tripod's Garage was casually bending light into laser crystal magic cubes. Bro unlocked the forbidden geometry. There you go.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I need one. I don't even know why. I just need one.
Just feel like you'd be staring at it for hours.
No supports needed. Only the support system you need when you're addicted to it.
Delayed laugh.
Delayed. It's a little delayed. That's okay though. What we got here? The Freddy Krueger stylized by Wexter, subsurface engraved in crystal. Oh, hang on. What do we got? Oh, that's what it looks like. Hang on. Freaking loved that.
Yeah, that's a cool process to watch.
It's another one of those things that you could watch all day. I don't know if it's safe to do that, but you could. K2 clip equals forbidden Dorito. That is freaking cool. I just, it's mesmerizing.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Tripod, is it hot when you comes off like that? Is it warm or hot or anything? Or not really? Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you tip it upside down, can you see up his pants? All right.
Up his drawers?
Yeah, up his drawers. If he had shorts on, yeah. That's so cool. Awesome. Mine is still hot. There's no heat. There's no heat, he said. Is it hot or hot? How long does it take for one like that tripod, like the Freddy Krueger one? No taint on supports. Yeah. No. And I'm wondering if tripod, if you did a picture of yourself, would you actually have another leg in there? All right. Got to keep moving. Tech Jeepers. It took about 30 minutes. That's not bad. No taint on support. I love the no taint on supports. That's pretty funny. What threw me off is that I was expecting acrylic, but they're actually glass.
Really?
Oh.
I totally thought that was acrylic.
That's crazy. Huh. Bot built spider fidget for Halloween handouts, 75% scale. All right, let's see what's up here. Oh boy. If it does this in real life, I would not be good with that.
No.
You're like, oh, I'm just going to play with it. And all of a sudden it just gets up and starts running around. Like, what the? So cool. Daisy designed this set of custom Twitch sub badges for Pez Liz. Absolutely love working on these. There you go. There's some sub badges.
Cool.
If you go follow Pez Liz on the Twitch, I believe you can get these. I think, is it Twitch? I think so. Maybe YouTube, Twitch.
I think Pez should have a gift shop item that's like those exact pliers or flush cutters.
Twitch. That's what I thought. Okay. Tech Cheaper says, "What server do you use to make that spider work? Is it okay for a table printer to be on a foldable table? Is it sturdy enough? I don't know if it'll cause issues with the printer. The table itself may rattle depending on the printer you have, especially if it's a fast printer. You're going to get some rattle. But I printed on folding tables before. As long as your legs are secure, you're okay, right?" What do we got? Almost ready. Oh, this one's sick.
Oh, that was cool.
Reuven balls. Okay. This is probably the weirdest thing I've created so far. Mechanical 3D printed slime ball.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Here.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't know about the slime part, but its motion is satisfying.
Dang.
And that was probably all printed in place?
Yeah, I bet so.
Trying to see how it connects. But how does it connect?
It's those rails. Like we got those
see
slits.
the rails. I didn't know if it was like press in kind of thing or it's like it's climbing. That's so cool. Someone should.
Kevin says that's all I.
Slice this was whoa.
Whoa. This is totally one of those things that if you're in like high school,
Yeah,
your teacher would be like, put that away or I'm taking it.
Joe Telling was like, STL me, bro. That's awesome. All right, what we got next here? Wexter, the creepy boo boo. I was watching Wicked Maker's last video about Labubu's and it inspired me to make a few weird ones for my daughter. There you go.
I like the texture on those.
Yeah. Wonder if these are painted. Yeah, they must be painted. Okay. I was gonna say it doesn't look like it's multiple pieces because a lot of these were multiple pieces, not AMS painted. But that's awesome. So cool. All right, and then last but not least, cyanide sugar. Finally had some time for some fun.
Forge.
100 by 100 face down hue forge using the flat forge. I keep doing it. Flat forge plugin. 39 filament swaps, 4 colors, and transparent on a P flat holographic plate. So this is
so you get the texture effect.
Yeah. Oh, that's super cool.
I'm not sure I missed this or not. How long do prints like these take?
I think that is all depending on how many filament swaps you have.
Yeah.
And what machine you're using, but I don't think it's said.
Yeah, because I know like on the XL, for instance, color changes are quick, so
this isn't. And
bad, but yeah, definitely if you're purging, it's going to add up. But you're only doing like what? It's only like 2 millimeters thick.
Yeah, it's not thick at all. Yeah. And I think it had a black background, right? Like a black top on it. Oh, maybe not.
Yep. Let's see. Or did they show it?
I don't think she showed it. Oh, nope. It's really cool though, and especially printed on one of those P flat plates. You really get some cool holographic. Yes. So we did some slime, a slime model that hangs from a door or like a window or something, anything 90 degrees. It looks like
Yep.
Slimer like slimed you, and it like hangs like on the corner of a door, window, whatever. For a video that should be coming out hopefully very soon. It was basically a Halloween 3D prints video, and my wife printed it almost all the stuff on the P2S, and at the same time testing that, which is great. But she used one of those plates, and so the slime has like a holographic, effect in it. It's pretty fun. But that was our hot mix, so that was fun. we had a lot. That was a marathon there.
Yeah, it was. Woo!
Nice. So let's do this. I know it's about 8, and everybody's probably getting around being hungry. I know some other streams start soon, so let's not keep you guys too long. But before we go, can you tell us one more time who you are, where can we find your stuff? Like, that's important. And
I'm Eric. I'm with Grendel Studios, and you can find these projects and more on YouTube and Instagram under that same name, Grendel Studios. I usually do one video per project that I do. I don't post often, but when I do, they're usually pretty big ones.
Nice. And if you want to see some of his other stuff, there's a link in the description below. I believe it's your Instagram and YouTube. You can go find some of the cool projects, like for instance, the clown we showed earlier, and the chest you were talking about, the dead man's chest too.
Yeah, that chest actually right now I don't have because it's in Italy for the Maker Faire in Rome.
Whoa.
Well, why didn't you get to go?
I know. Sorry, I buried the lead on that one. Arduino shipped it over there to show at their booth.
Whoa.
This thing's blowing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And I'm super excited to know how it went because that was just this last weekend. So I haven't heard about it yet.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, you're BFFs with the creator of an Arduino, and you're just like, hey, man, let me show you what I did. And he's like, yeah, I'll ship it over.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah.
That is super cool. This is what you were talking about, Joey.
A lot of you saw this TPU coil that I printed on the Bamboo Lab P2S, and everybody had the same question. Why in the world was I 3D printing a TPU strap?
Basically,
Bamboo P2S.
Strap, yeah.
And the idea is simple but incredible.
Here we go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, at first I was like, yeah, but actually do something like heavy, and then they do.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
There you go. Jeff is like, I'll lift you up.
That's amazing.
And it held the full Joel. Whoa. That is cool. There you go.
Wild.
So now you know. So go check out Grendel Studios pretty much everywhere, and we can't wait, man, for your next one. I'm super pumped to see what you do with the clown now, because you're working, you're iterating, and I'd be interested to, like, it's too bad you couldn't have like some sort of like room cam in one of those, like in one of your rooms that you do, like, to show the jump scares and stuff. But yeah, that's super awesome. And if you ever have something cool or want to come back, just let us know, because we'd love to have you back and check out your new project or next project too.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you for having me on. This is awesome.
Anytime. Joey, anything else before we go?
No. It's one of those things where it's like, we haven't got this far in a while in a hot mix episode. So this is exciting.
There might be a video out there of me battling Jeff. Oh boy. She doesn't prove. Awesome. Well, don't forget, in 2 weeks, November 3rd, we have Willow Creative on, so that's going to be a heck of a show as well. Willow's always awesome, and I can't wait to see what she's working on at the time we talk to her too. But everybody else, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. Caleb, I hope you're doing good, making some money on the corner. I'm not sure how much that runs these days, but hopefully you made some money tonight. And he said he had to do something, and behind the scenes I asked him, like, how much do you get on the corner these days? He said $150, and I was 150. I was like, wow, what the heck? I'm getting like 20. So apparently I need to step it up. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back with us in a couple weeks. Everybody else, thank you guys so much for being here on another episode of Hot Makes. Anything else again, Joey? Are we good?
We're good. I was just trying to think, are there any events coming up or anything?
No, I
Or
think
is
the
this
next
that time
event,
of year?
yeah, it's
You just take a breath.
the next to there might be like another industrial one, but I think the next other one is Smurf, but that's into next year.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
So
We can all relax through the holidays.
something
Well,
like
except
that.
Eric's got a big
Yeah.
project coming up.
Do you ever do
Yeah.
do you ever
You
do
move it too.
Christmas? Do you ever do Christmas, Eric?
No, Christmas is usually my rest time. I get very busy around Halloween and then very busy around open sauce.
Nice. Well, everybody else, thank you guys. Eric, stay right there. We'll be right back with you. And I'm going to hit the end stream button and see what happens. Hopefully we stayed on the whole stream today and not just a half. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.